And it's like so hard to fucking avoid it. I am literally waiting for this game to be over. I'm hoping we're close to the end.
There is much blood on your hands, Nemeroth. For all those you have killed. For Sidonus, and for the Emperor. I will finish this.
Can we just face him now and just get over it?
Dread gods of chaos, I am Nemeroth, your herald and champion. I have burned 1,000 worlds in your darkness. You challenged me to recover this fragment of your power, and I have done so. The slaves of the
I literally hate it.
You challenged me to recover this
I
fragment.
absolutely hate this garbage where it's just grenade spam, and your guns take about a week to kill anybody, so you can't actually do anything. It's like, oh my fucking god. I have to go through this whole fucking cutscene again? You're fucking kidding me.
I return your
my God.
relic to.
Thank you.
You are no threat to me now, Ultramarine!
I had a fucking jump pack. Ugh. And not one of them got stunned. Not a fucking one got stunned.
Nothing can strike through my ascension! Grant me your favor. Corrupt my flesh. Make me demon-kind. Show this fool the true nature of power.
Oh my god, this fucking grenade spam is absolutely killing me. There's literally no cover at all. Fucking hell. Hate it. They're able to literally chew you up, but you can't do shit to them. Like, he's literally going through my shield like it's not even there.
Ultramarines targets!
Come on. And you put a fucking grenade right there as I'm doing it. So like as I'm doing the fucking move, you fucking grenade me, you fucking piece of shit game.
To the slaughter! Have you looked to the skies lately, Captain Titus? You
Not
opened
really.
a gateway to the Chaos Realm, Captain. Already our legions are pouring through. The slave of the false emperor was trying to save this planet from one invasion. Instead, we ushered
God,
in
this is... Fuck, I tell you, if this is... This is arse.
To the attack!
Your pathetic Imperial forces will be scoured clean from this world.
More...
Soon, my entire invasion fleet will cross into this reality. Strike targets! Loyalists! Space Marines!
Come on, stun him.
Your task is hopeless. I have the will of the Dark Gods behind me. But you have no one. And you will die here, alone.
This is awful. This is an awful fight.
Killing my servants matters little.
Because this is just constant like
I'm
wave spam. And like if you die, you're gonna have to redo it. If I have to get this far, then I have to redo all those waves again and again.
You forget, Nemeroth. I am no stranger to the touch of the warp.
If it takes 1,000 years, I will rise again and take my vengeance upon your flesh. Or will I find your arms open in welcome? A true son of chaos.
Never!
joining us soon, brother?
Caliber 0 on board. I'm hopefully just wrapped up the game. How is it? Not a bad story. It's got everything you want to see out of a Warhammer 40k game. But man, the controls are horrid. The game just feels clunky. And it's very spammy. Like every time you fight enemies, you just get grenade spammed. Rocket spammed.
I see the Ultramarines.
So I found it frustrating to play.
After all.
More than you know, Lieutenant.
Better on controller? Maybe. It's this stun mechanic, basically. You've got to press F and your melee button at the same time. And it seems so inconsistent. Oh, Black Templars. And an Inquisitor, no less.
The damned Inquisition is here.
Do you get to play as other legions? No, you only get to play as
His
Ultramarines.
injuries appear chaos inflicted. You are certain of this charge?
Captain Titus has been corrupted by chaos, Inquisitor Thrax.
I am no heretic!
You lie! Only an agent of chaos could withstand such warp exposure.
I sent the demon to oblivion.
But did you have unholy assistance? We must know. You will submit to my authority, Captain, or the Inquisition must conclude that you have corrupted every Ultramarine under your command, not to mention those who stand at your side.
Ignore his threats. Come on.
The Inquisition will destroy you, Mira, and the Ultramarines will be forever dishonored. Leave my brothers and the Lieutenant alone. I will come with you. I do not know why I can resist the touch of chaos, but I swear I will discover the truth.
We will discover many truths, Space Marine.
The Codex Astartes leaves no room for doubt. You cannot touch the warp and emerge unscathed.
The Codex Astartes is a set of rules. They guide us, shape us as Ultramarines, teach us to hold duty and honor sacred above all. But how we live with those rules is the true test of a Space Marine. And you have failed.
How do they move in their armor? So the backpack you see them wear is actually a power pack. Their armor is littered with power cables and servos and everything. So it's kind of almost like sort of an over cybernetic suit. So the suit itself is actually powered. So on top of their genetically enhanced form, because they are completely genetically enhanced, the actual armor has its own power and moves, a bit like when you see those exoskeletons of people and stuff when they're in them. It's a similar sort of thing. Wow, there we go, guys. So 5 hours 39 minutes start to finish to complete the game. Man alive. Look, it's Warhammer 40k and it's Space Marines. I loved it. It's got lots of Easter egg stuff in there. The atmosphere and everything's done correctly. There was a few weird things, like when you hit someone with a melter gun or a las cannon, like it takes, it took 8 melter gun shots to kill an orc. Seems a bit, doesn't really fit. Graphically, it's, this is a 2011 game, it still holds up. I found it got quite repetitive because of the melee. Like it was mentioned before about Gears of War, is that not the same? And it's like, yeah, but it's like a cover and shooting system. It's a little bit different. Here I just found get rushed by a bunch of mobs, same melee attacks. I found the controls clunky, like when you're meleeing, often it would melee off in some random direction as opposed to where you wanted it, like because there's no lock on in the game. And I found the control of stunning mobs to be very inconsistent. I know what to do. F is light stun, F plus melee is medium stun, F plus melee is heavy stun, but I still found that to be inconsistent. So I think that's what really pulled the game down. And I also found that it was the spam of it. Like you wanted to come into a room of bad guys like you would do with a lot of other games, and you would use the cover and you would dodge and roll away from the odd grenade and stuff, like you play Call of Duty. Like if I remember Call of Duty Modern Warfare, you'd get a grenade and you would dodge it, right? But here it's like as soon as you see the traitor guardsman, grenades. When you went into a room with orcs, it was just rockets permanently spammed at you, and it felt very spammy, which meant it took away some of the tactical aspect, and clearly it was meant to have some element of tactical aspect, plus a lot of the cover you got was able to be destroyed. So what do I think about the game? I found it very frustrating. It's a hard one because I don't know, 6 out of 10. Maybe if I tried it with controller and the controls were better, it'd still be a bit spammy. It would still be frustrating with the spam, but I would have been much less frustrated if the controls had been more consistent. So maybe a controller would work better. That's what frustrated me the most, was the only way to get my health back is to stun and then execute, and the stun was highly unreliable, yet the execute was very reliable. You're surprised I rated it so low? But like I said, maybe it's just because I've just come straight off the game, right, and I got very frustrated with the game because you were trying to do stuff, you get spammed to death, and the only way to get your health back is to do this stun, and I just couldn't get the stun to be reliable. Is this a new game? No, it came out in 2011. So I was playing this because Space Marine 2 is due out in September. Maybe a 7, maybe a 7 out of 10. I need to think about it. Oh yeah, it's an old game, and maybe that's just why the controls feel clunky, right? Maybe it is a 7 out of 10 game. Will I play Space Marine 2? I want to see the gameplay first and the controls and everything, so I'm not going to pre-order it or anything. There's no need to pre-order games these days. It's a single-player game. Well, there's co-op on it. On the new game, it's got co-op and it's got PvP, but I mean, like I say, the story was cool in this, graphics were good for the time and everything, so Yeah, thinking about it, probably a 7 out of 10. Like if the controls were more reliable and I was able to, you know, guarantee to do the stun, get my health back, we wouldn't have had half the deaths we did. We wouldn't have got frustrated with some of the being spammed all the time. Good story though. Good story. Nice little touch having the Blood Ravens come in. So, and I thought the voice acting was very good on it. You know, Captain Titus, you know, his voice acting was great. So yeah, I mean, I'd love to play Space Marine 2. I'm a huge Warhammer fan. But I want to see how it plays. I have a feeling it's going to be quite spammy because it's Tyranids in the new game. And of course, they're just going to be swarms. But you know, you think Left 4 Dead is swarms, and I don't feel that spammy in the same way. But we finished it. You know, we didn't rage quit the game, so it clearly wasn't that bad. It clearly wasn't that bad. We didn't rage quit it. You know, if we make 5.5 hours, it started off really well. It was about mid-game that I started to get the real frustration with it. Congrats on clearing it in a day. Yeah, I mean, it's only 5.5 hours. It wasn't a huge thing. It's very this game's very linear. It's not like you've got to run around searching for stuff or anything like that. So we did die plenty of times. The respawn system's not too bad. You do get plenty of saves. I was wondering if I died on the boss at the end, if I was then going to have to repeat those waves of mobs all over again. Fortunately, we managed to kill him in. So we died on the first time doing the boss, but in the waves. Second time we cleared the waves and then did the final boss in one go. I'd forgotten the final boss was like a key press mechanic as opposed to fighting. Like when we beat the Orc War boss, that was a proper, you know, fight him as you fight everybody else. I'd forgotten the final boss was like this, so. But I didn't remember any of this game. I say it came out in 2011, which is when I last played it, so. I mean, that's 13 years ago. Yeah, there we go. Well, to Ivan Sang and Sword Brother Joseph on YouTube and Caliber Zero on Twitch. There we go. Once we get to the end of these credits, we'll be wrapping up the stream for today. We'll be streaming again on Monday, given we cleared Space Marine in one day, and given that on Monday we will be in Phase 2, Season 2 of Once Human. I expect to be playing more Once Human. And Caliber Zero, I have amended my Once Human base, so in terms of where the Starcrom thing is. So what I've done is, instead of having walls around the bottom, I've put pillars and made it smaller so that the guns are all much closer together, so more guns can attack the same targets. And then I've put the Starcrom thing on top, covered it over, and then put 3 layers of sandbags around it. And I did 27 level 2 things today, and for a base purification, and it worked absolutely fine. You started working on your hard mode base, getting ready to do your first purification. Nice. I also managed to do, so I've now 100%ed Area 3, so I've done every single accessory riddle and puzzle, and I've got every single morphic crate as well on Iron River. You're afraid the mobs will one-shot your base, considering they one-shot you in the level 20 to 30 zone. Well, that's why I like the idea of the sandbags, because sandbags are cheap to make, cheap to repair, and they do absorb hits. They do absorb quite a lot. You know, you'll probably lose quite a few sandbags. You'll have to rebuild them, but they just absorb a lot, and they only take gravel and some cloth thingy. So I actually like the sandbags just to eat hits. And if you get yourself a bunch of those paper dolls and put them all in your containments before you start, you'll have a lot of people repairing as you're doing it. But yeah, so I've literally now done, I've 100% all 3 areas in Season 2. And now I'm just basically farming mats. So I farmed a whole bunch of steel, made some ammo, made some more medical activators, and I've now got my full water pump system running. So I'm pumping groundwater into my storage tank, and the storage tank is putting water into my water purifier. So I've got like unlimited water coming through now. Try the sandbags, see how they work. Yeah, maybe. Obviously, I don't know what the damage is like on hard mode, so you'll have to see how it works. But so I do find the layers of sandbags did seem to help me anyway. They definitely absorb the hits. And that's the credits done. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, 5 hours, 51 minutes from this screen here to get back to this screen, including rolling all the credits. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you for those that were joining us on YouTube. Thanks for those that were joining us on Twitch. Caliber Zero, great to see you again as always. I'll be streaming again on Monday. Like I say, that's most likely to be Once Human, and I'm looking forward to going into phase 2 and seeing where we can go. Oh, the other thing I did get today, Caliber Zero, out of the wish machine, I got the legendary 50 cal sniper rifle, the Hammer version. So I did get a new legendary sniper rifle today, finally. So there we go. Cool. Ladies and gentlemen, Space Marine. 7 out of 10. Maybe on a controller with more reliable controls. Maybe it'd be an 8 out of 10. That's what I think of the game. We played through it. Space Marine 2 coming out in September. Thank you for watching. You've been watching The Ghost Hour. I'll see you all on Monday. Have a great weekend. Good night. What is going on? There we go.